stuff.
Yeah.
But then with those 12 players, it becomes about fit.
Yes.
Luka's just going to get his.
Yes.
Giannis going to get his.
Yes.
Then it becomes about, it'll work, Kyrie with Luka, but it's got to be a fit.
Yes.
So, and Trae Young and Kyrie, we both acknowledge are great, but there's stuff.
Sure.
Okay. So my take is last night when Atlanta lost, the Lakers won. Because DeJounte Murray, they gave up 3 first-round picks. When Trae's off the floor, he averages 26 and 10. There's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work with Trae. The Lakers, everybody in the West that's legitimate has a great 20-year-old, except the Lakers. Austin Reeves is not a great 20-year-old.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
And it's like Dallas, Minnie, Sac, Denver. Everybody's got one. You got to have one.
Yeah.
The Lakers don't need more old and expensive. I think Trae Young to the Lakers works. Then Atlanta gets size. But I think with AD protecting the rim, LeBron a good distributor, I think Trae Young, a Laker, works.
Yes, but one of the great issues that the Lakers have is that their perimeter defense is just so bad. Anthony Davis has to do so much work to protect you from Austin Reeves. And, I mean, they give an effort, but you got D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves. LeBron James only plays defense half the time. I mean, they don't have defense on the perimeter, and Trae Young only exacerbates that. Yeah. So, yes, in terms of scoring and his fit with LeBron and AD, I see that. And then the other part is you're going to have to give up a number of pieces. So you're giving up Austin Reeves. You're probably giving up Rui Hachimura. You're going to have to give up some stuff to get him. Is Trae Young, is the trio of Trae Young, AD, and LeBron.
Well, that's pretty good.
Okay, is it so good?
Well, it's a
that it compensates for all of the other pieces that you're losing.
I'm going to die on this hill.
Yeah.
I'll give up Austin Reeves and Rui for an electric 25-year-old that has real big league juice. I'll die on that hill.
Okay, you can. I'm not going to die on it with you. I'm not. I think Trae Young has made the most out of what he is. I'm not convinced that he's a winning team, a winning player, right. Or that his numbers are winning numbers. I think he gets very gaudy numbers.
So it's interesting. I'm watching. It was so funny the other night. Barkley went on the air and said, "Give me 40 tonight, Zion. This is your moment. I don't want to hear any excuses."
Yeah.
And he goes out and gives you 40.
Yeah.
And he's great.
Yes.
And the Lakers got a huge break. He was taking over the game. And then he gets hurt. And I was saying to J-Mac yesterday or the day before, I said, literally the scouts were absolutely spot on. They said he'll be unbelievable when he's get his weight, when he's in shape, and when he's not hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's exactly what I get.
Yep.
What do you make of his career and now going forward?
Well, this is the problem, and it was painful to watch that because we got to see just how electric he can be and how much he was making good on what everybody, all the hype coming out, right? But he's paying a price for the fact that it's taken him 5 years to get there. And so the damage that he's done to his body playing with that electricity when he was overweight and not in shape, he's now created problems with his body that now being in shape is still going to cause breakdowns when he plays like this. And the other part is he has to play 100 miles an hour. You know, he took 1-3 and it was like, he cringed.
No, he doesn't have a ton of nuance.
He has no nuance. He has no game of going and attacking the rim the way he does. And even in shape, that's not enough. He should be the next great, like the comparisons to LeBron coming out, I mocked those, and I still mock those. But he should be the next great point forward. But he has no game outside of 3 feet. I looked at the stats, their stats at one point. On their entire team, Cody Zeller included, nobody takes shots closer to the rim than Zion. His shots average 3.8 feet.
But you know what? AD has moved to the rim. I'm okay with that.
But AD still has a mid-range game.
But Zion is not going to be a 1. I think it's established. I can't trust him physically. I think he's a great 2. What's wrong with that?
But the only way you take advantage of his unique abilities is if you're putting the ball in his hands.
Well, you can give me 27 a night as a 2. I mean, I always said AD is the best 2 in league history.
Well, all of that's fine. but I want him as the playmaker. If I have a go-to guy who's the number one, fine. But for Zion to be able to orchestrate your offense, which is what makes him unique for his size, he has to be a threat beyond 3 feet from the basket. He has to be a threat to hit a shot from 16, 17 feet. And that doesn't exist. And he's been in the league 5 years, and he's been injured enough where you couldn't be working on some kind of jump shot. You couldn't be working on some kind of set three-pointer that would make you a threat where imagine if you didn't have to meet him at the rim. Imagine if you had to step out and contest a little bit at 18 feet and beyond. Now suddenly it opens everything up, and he doesn't have to go 100 miles an hour in order to get to the rim and have a shot. But none of that exists right now. And so what we saw was he's going to show you what he could be. And then he's going to show you what happens every time, which is when you play 40 minutes at 100 miles an hour,
get hurt
with that body, you're going to get hurt.
Finally, clarity on Klay Thompson. If you go to the last 5 years, there's one title, a lot of not making the playoffs. Yeah. This is not a great roster. Where's Klay in 6 months?
Oh, he'll remain a Golden State Warrior.
And take a bit of a pay cut?
He better. I mean, for Klay, he better take a page from the Damian Lillard book. All that you've done for the Golden State Warriors, if you're middling going forward, everybody will give you the benefit of the doubt because they will remember what you did for the Golden State Warriors. If you go to Dallas, if you go anywhere else, they're going to look at it and you have an 0 for 10 in a pivotal game, they're going to run you out of town. They're going to, what did we do? Why did we spend this money? You haven't done anything for them. It's the same reason why Milwaukee's looking at Damian Lillard going, wait a minute, what happened to the guy that was doing things in Portland? Klay Thompson would be well advised to take the best deal he can and ride this out with the Golden State Warriors because no one is going to love him like the guys on that team or that fan base anywhere else.
That's good stuff. That's what they say about, that's like a baseball saying. Nobody loves you like your first team.
Exactly.
The Mariners love Griffey. When he went to Cincinnati, they loved him too, but it's different.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with what we're seeing with the Warriors, we've seen it with dynasties.
This is the way it ends.
It's just, you fade. And it's okay.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
As long as you get the trophies to show for it,
yeah,
it's fine.
I mean, it's not like this show that just keeps the dynasty just keeps rebuilding over and over and over again.
Yeah, we just keep reinventing ourselves every second.
That's right.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you.
Fully electric EQS sedan from Mercedes. Innovation on a magnificent scale. Available with the epic 56-inch touch-sensitive Hyperscreen. Vehicles all electric. Feelings all Mercedes. Choice all yours. MBUSA.com.